As the mayor of the city of Orem, working together with the city council, we have assignments beyond just serving at the city council chambers every 2 weeks. And some of those areas that we cover are assignments for commissions and committees that we work with. We work with different groups, for example, the Library Advisory Committee, the Recreation Advisory Committee, the Senior Center Advisory Committee, and the different council members have assignments that cover those areas. I, as the mayor, have various assignments, and one of them is to serve on the Executive Council of the Mountainland Association of Governments. So the Mountainland Association of Governments, or MAG as it is known, is one of the 7 association of governments in the state of Utah. These particular associations bring together resources from the federal, state, and local level, financial and otherwise, to help seniors, to help aging, to help those that are in need in our community, to plan for transportation projects for the future, to work with mass transit, to work with clean air and clean water, and many other areas. So I wanted to go over some of the responsibilities and some of the things that are involved in my work with the Mountainland Association of Governments. You can find their website at www.mountainland.org, and I would encourage everyone to go to the website to see what's going on there. We had our latest city council meeting last night, and at that city council meeting we had 2 people speak. One person spoke about a transportation project on 8th North and 1100 East, and how excited she is about a new sidewalk, new curb and gutter going in on the south side of that street. That particular improvement was funded in great part by MAG and by the funding from the transportation part of MAG, their Metropolitan Planning Organization for Transportation, and I was involved in that. The second person who spoke is the director of the Women's Shelter here in Utah County, and how he is appreciative of the Community Development Block Grant money that is allotted to his association to help women in crisis. So those are 2 areas that MAG helps to administer funding to help build our community for the future. So I wanted to go over some of the areas that are involved and that I think are important. First of all, MAG works with senior citizen services. So for example, they have an agency on aging, and they help to fund, plan, advocate, coordinate, and provide services for aging people. For example, they have a community resource guide, they have an assistance at home guide, they have a caregiving guide, and they have services that are involved for seniors with all of these. They have Medicare counseling, and they have nursing home information. The next area that they service is Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels is a great service. In fact, Mountainland served over 114,000 meals to more than 1,300 different seniors, allowing them to live independently in their own homes. So there is a section on the website about that, how you can qualify, how you can get on the list, what their menu is, and also how you can volunteer. We have some volunteers who serve each week, and we as mayors within the community go out and help as well periodically. The next area they have is volunteer opportunities. So there are many volunteer opportunities for care partners for the aged, for retired and senior programs, and for an ombudsman program. Again, this is a great help to those in our community. Another area that they have a great help on is in heat assistance. So the HEAT program assists eligible individuals and families to meet the higher costs of energy during the winter months. Eligible families and residents can apply for one-time assistance and receive that from this group. So again, I would encourage you to look at that. They have a crisis program section on their website, and they also talk about eligibility and required documents. The next area they cover is the Community Development Block Grant Program. This is money that is coming back from the federal government to help various areas of our city and our community that need extra assistance. So the CDBG program covers such things as Center for Women and Children in Crisis, literacy resources, Kids on the Move. This money in Orem this year, the program should provide about $600,000 to help the various parts of our society that need help. Part of it goes for Habitat for Humanity. I know my family and I have helped with Habitat for Humanity, helping to build one of the homes here in Orem, and it's a great opportunity to help people who can't afford homes or get into homes. This is a way they can get a lower cost loan and get into a home. It helps those of the poor in our society be able to not be homeless. Another area that they have is economic development. So there are small business loans that are available in our community through MAG. There's an economic development program with MAG, and I again would encourage everyone to look at that. And should you be a small businessman or wanting to start out a small business, this would be a great resource. The other thing that they show are websites, for example, the Orem City Revolving Loan Fund, the Utah Micro Enterprise Loan Fund, the Economic Development Corporation of Utah, and the Governor's Office of Economic Development. All of these resources help to provide information and where people can go to get funding and where they can go to get resources to improve and get their business going. One of the last areas is transportation planning. So part of my responsibilities in serving with MAG is serving on the Metropolitan Planning Organization, which is a transportation planning organization to direct funds from federal, state, and local sources for our transportation projects here in the city. On that particular website item or location, they have a map of regional planning projects. We have a TransPlan 2040. We're planning out 26 years ahead, and we also have mass transit on there. So the group that works on this planning is actually a group consisting of the county commissioners together with all of the city mayors within the county. So I would encourage you to go on there and look at that. Some of the areas that we're dealing with in the TransPlan 40 and in the MPO is transportation improvement projects, and also we're looking at infrastructure. So we're dealing with safety, we're dealing with mass transit, we're dealing with air quality, we're dealing with congestion relief, and environmental quality. So some of the areas that we cover are mass transit, such as bus rapid transit. We cover things such as widening of Geneva Road, which will be coming up. In Orem, 1600 North, we had a project completed on the area just east of State Street where we improved an intersection, which was quite costly to do. We're now looking at widening in the future, 1600 North down to the freeway. We're also looking at projects, Orem Center Street from Geneva Road to the freeway. As I mentioned, we're working on 800 North. We're also looking at some improvements on the Murdoch Canal. We're looking at a section of Orem at 1200 South, 400 West, improving the roundabout there. And last but not least, funding has been approved for a new pedestrian bridge over the freeway to bring Utah Valley University students from the West Side housing and from the Intermodal Center for the front runner over to the university. So that will help get rid of a lot of congestion, and it will help the students get there in a quicker manner. So there's a lot going on with Mountainland Association of Government. Again, as I mentioned, this is one of 7 in the state of Utah, and it's used as a means to administer federal, state, and local funds. So many of the projects that we do here in Orem are dependent upon our being part of this association. And it's a great association. I very much enjoy working with the other the county commissioners and working to help our community progress, both economically, also with helping those in need, helping seniors, and in helping plan our transportation needs for the next 26 years. Thank you.